Good afternoon, evening, everybody, or depending where you're watching from. If you're watching from Australia or New Zealand, then good morning. So my name is Danny, and I am here with our team's newest consultant, Carina, who I'm so excited about because we've actually known each other for a little period of time. And I won't go over too much because I know you're going to tell us a bit about yourself in a minute, Carina. But I have been saying to this girl for a while now, oh my gosh, you would love this business, like you'd be so good at it. Obviously sat on the fence for a little bit and then decided recently, like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I know I'm going to ask you in a moment what made you decide to do that. So I'm not going to overstep the mark on that. But I'm so excited that you finally were like, Danny, I'm in, because I could see in you that you were going to storm this business. You've got one of the kindest hearts. You really are like the ultimate motivator for people, and you genuinely want the best for other people. So this business is like through and through, got your name all over it. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know lots of your friends and family are watching and they already know you, but for anybody that doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm a fitness instructor. I have my own community classes. I work at various gyms. I also have a second business working with ponies, a donkey, some cats and dogs. I do the odd bit of pet sitting for this person as well with the business that I work at for my second one. I also own my own pony as well as having my own cats. All are rescues except for the pony. So I'm a big rescue advocate. If I hadn't have found my girl when I did, I would have rescued a pony instead. I'm also vegan, which is where this just hits me, and it's just fantastic. And I'm really into fitness, health, and that's like my thing. It's rescuing animals, being fit, being healthy. I'm just loving life and being outdoors. So yeah, I'd say that is me in a nutshell.
I love that. I love it. Okay, so my next question then, how did you hear about Arbonne?
Through you. So I think we were both on a vegan page, and I think that's how we became friends through Facebook. And then just seeing you doing it, enjoying being with your family, having these regular fizz sticks that I was like very dubious about. I think everyone's a bit dubious about them to begin with. And I was like, no, that can't beat coffee. I mean, come on. I lived off coffee.
Yeah.
I hardly drink coffee now. The fizz sticks are just amazing. And I just kept seeing you doing all these shakes, putting all your stuff in it, literally everything. Fizz is life.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? When you started sending those free samples just from watching a video of yours, and the videos were always inspiring. And I thought, right, this is it. This I need to try this. And I even had the fizz sticks on the side, you know, when you think I'll try them eventually, and you just never do. And yeah, just watching all your videos and just being able to be with your family and earning while being with your family, being able to earn while doing things that you love. So yeah, it was through you that really inspired me to check it out a bit further. You constantly come up on my feed, which is obviously a good thing because it's led to this. But yeah, it was literally through that, just watching you with all your morning updates, your afternoon updates, telling us why you take certain things, what they help you with, how good you feel. And then when I then tried the detox myself, and then obviously felt the benefits, was complimented all the time for having glowing skin, and I was like, this really works. So yeah, it was literally, you were my inspiration.
Oh, do you know what? That's so nice to hear, because sometimes you do put things on social media, and you'll be the same with your other businesses. And you think, oh, I don't know if anyone's even like watching. So when people do say, yes, I'm watching and I learned something from what you had to say, or I was motivated, or I was inspired, like it really does fill you up. For me, I know you know this already, but I've had my business for 10 years now. And previously to that, my career was working in ophthalmology. So I worked for Specsavers Opticians. And I did love what I did, but I certainly wasn't that inspirational to people, telling them how much money they had to spend on glasses, lenses, contact lenses, etc. So this business for me, I absolutely love it because you really are helping people. And because it's predominantly health-based products, I always say to people, a lot of people think, oh, you know, I don't need those fizz sticks, which are the B vitamin drinks. And I'll say to them, well, where are you getting your B vitamins from? Because if you were eating, say, an orange 100 years ago, you're getting a certain amount of nutritional value. But fast forward to now, you need like 10 oranges to get the same. Like our food is
Yeah.
depleted in its nutritional value. So you need really good quality food that you've maybe grown yourself, it's organic, etc., etc. Most people don't have the time, the money, or the resources or the knowledge to be able to do that. So they're having to supplement, like for example, with the B vitamin food stick drinks. And I was like you, I was on 8 cups of coffee a day and wondered why I was always so tired.
Yeah.
And I have the fizz sticks now, and I have a lot of the products, as you know, and I talk about why I have them. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, so I look after myself with my nutrition, and because I use the products and talk about them, I've been fortunate enough over the last 10 years to grow a really great client base all across the world, that I don't work at Specsavers anymore. So I'm
Yeah.
completely solely with my 4 children, with my husband, with my cat, who you know I love, and just talk about these products and have these conversations with people. So when you were interested in it, I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to
Yeah.
absolutely love this, which leads me on to my next question. So
Yeah.
obviously we've been friends for a few years now. We've had conversations back and forth. What was it that finally made you go, do you know what? Enough's enough. I've been buying these products from Danny, but actually I'm going to buy my own franchise and I'm going to have my own
Yeah.
shop. I'm going to build my own client base. What was that like moment for you? How did that come about?
It was my cat. So not the one that I sent a picture of earlier today. The other one, the tabby one, Dixon. He has separation issues. He has abandonment issues. He was abandoned as a 1 year old. He's now 12. So although I've had him for 11 years, as he's getting older, I'm working and I'm working. Everything's increasing outgoing wise, but income just doesn't quite seem to be matching that. So I work a lot. I work between 40 and 60-hour weeks. Um, and he is now feeling it. So he's starting to get where if I do a 7 day week, 13-hour days, he is becoming a bit stressed. And when he became stressed the last 2 times recently, one of them involved an emergency trip to the vets, which was just to give him a Metacam injection. And I have Metacam at home, but unfortunately, because I couldn't get him to eat, I couldn't get him to take it because they have to eat to take the oral, but they can have an injection. Obviously, they don't have to eat. And it was after taking him in, waiting for an hour just for this one injection, and then to bring him home just for him to then be stressed again a few weeks later to do the same thing again because I worked, unfortunately, too much again, but I couldn't help it. It was things I'd already agreed to. It would then made me, after doing the detoxes with you guys, with having to see him be upset,
Yeah.
I thought something's got to give. I
Yeah.
can't keep doing 40 to 60-hour weeks. So that was after the second one. I was like, that's it now. 2 in the space of 2 months is too much.
Yeah.
The last time he was like that, it was a year and a half apart. And that can happen. He's always going to be a stressy style cat. And I'm not saying I'm going to be here 24/7, but if I see him through the day or I leave him 4 hours, I can leave him for 8 hours, but as long as it's not every single day. So for him, before I lose him, I want to give him as much as I can. So I thought, you know what? Something's got to give. I want more time with my pony. I want more time with my family. So my human family too. They live 40 minutes away, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you work so much that the only time you can see them is 9 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
it's not good for them either because they're old. Like they're retired. So it's not good for everyone if you can't see each other for weeks because who knows when you're going to see them. So I thought, right, this is it now. This needs to happen. And it was that last video you sent to watch where you said if you don't change anything, nothing changes.
Yeah.
And I thought that hit hard. That if I keep doing what I'm doing, what's going to change?
Yeah.
So that's what got me.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was going to ask you about your favorite product, but I'm actually going to skip that and talk, and we'll come back to your favorite product last. So it leads me into me starting this business. So when you say about nothing changes, for me, so 10 years ago, I was working at Specsavers and I was working full time thinking this is where I'd stay until retirement. And although I loved my job, like you've just said, you love what you do, there's an element of almost having like your hands tied behind your back a little bit because you haven't got
Yeah.
the flexibility to say the things that you, to say yes to the things that you want to say yes to. And the reason why I started doing this business was our second daughter at the time had a stroke and a brain hemorrhage, and it meant that she was in hospital for a long time, and I ended up having to pause work. I had a year off work and was with her, But because I wasn't working, I wasn't making any money. So my husband was trying to work extra to try and pay the bills. And that meant he could never be in hospital with his daughter. So every time she was in that hospital, he wasn't there. And I just remember thinking, this is not how life's supposed to be. Life's supposed to be where you enjoy it, you've got the time to do things that you want to do, and you're not just like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And
Yeah.
when I was approached about this business, I had no idea about products. I had no idea how to sell anything. I was the worst salesperson at Specsavers because I only ever wanted to give people advice that was right for them. So it was never about sales or
Yeah.
targets for me. It was just about what was suitable for them. And that's how I treat my Arm business. So I remember thinking, I've got no idea how to do this business, but I can learn, and I can certainly use different deodorant, different shampoo, make different breakfasts, and use these Arbonne products. There's 500 products. I can definitely use a handful of them and tell people what I think. Like, that's easy. We can all watch
Yeah.
a movie and tell people what we think, go to a restaurant, tell people what we think. And I was like, I can do that. And I thought, if I make this successful, I'm going to literally change my family's life, because I hated the fact that we were all stressed and we all didn't have that flexibility. And for me, I started off using the kids range products because both my children at the time had really bad eczema, and I was the parent that had tried like 50 different products back
Yeah.
and forth to the GP. Nothing was getting rid of this eczema, and I heard about the Arbonne products. Somebody said to me, this company is from Switzerland, it's been around for 40 years, and you can try these products, and if they don't work, you get a full refund even if you've used all of the product. And I just thought, gosh, if this company believes in their products that much, I'm willing to try these products.
Yeah.
So I tried the kids range products, and it got rid of my kids' eczema within a couple of days. So I was sold. I was like, if these products actually do what they say that they're going to do, I'm in. So I bought my franchise. And what actually happened for me, to try and cut a really long story short, I actually had a couple of people ask me what I was using on my kids' skin because they could see the difference in their skin. So I just said to them, look, I've got this franchise. It's called Arbonne. It's all online. They don't sell in shops. You can only buy through a consultant, which I have decided to become, like, as have you. And
Yeah.
I sent them my website link. They ordered their products online, and I loved it because you get a little ping on your phone when somebody orders from your shop, and you can just be like, you with your pony or with the cats or
Yeah.
wherever you are, you get a little ping, somebody's ordered products, there's no money exchange, you're not delivering any products, everything's all clean and done straight away online, delivered by DPD. And I got paid for that. And even though it wasn't a lot, I think it was like £12, I thought, oh my gosh, here I am with my child in hospital earning money. And what happened was, that person that I vaguely knew, she told her neighbor about these products. And that neighbor was a stranger to me, but she went onto my website and bought products. And I got this ping, and I was like, oh my gosh, a stranger has bought products from me. Now, as soon as I had her details, obviously I sent her a message, said, I'm Danny, thank you so much. And I made sure that that stranger became a friend. But it made like it was a penny dropping moment for me, because I was like, you don't need to know a lot of people, because if you know one person and they use your products and they love it, they're going to tell people. And that's what happened. And within the first year, I had people buying from me in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, Poland. I don't even speak Polish, all across the UK. And I was making about 3,000, no, it was about £2,000 a month, I think, in the first year, that I actually stepped away from Specsavers and didn't return. My
Yeah.
husband left his job, and we all of a sudden had free time. So then I carried on building my business, carried on talking to people, and within 4 years, I'd reached the top level in Arbonne, which is a bit slower than the average. And I actually was earning £10,000 a month. So what we then decided to do was, for the first time, buy our own house, because we'd rented up until that point. And we actually went on to have two more children, which before we were like, we can't have any more children. We can't afford it. We haven't got the time. So it completely changed our lives. So I'm not saying for you want the same things that I wanted, but let's
Yeah.
just say, in the next 4 years, you build your business. People are saying to you, oh, what would you recommend for bloating? What would you recommend for anti-aging? Tell me about this vegan protein. I need a gluten-free mascara, etc., etc. And you're, in 4 years' time, earning £10,000 a month. Tell me, what does your dream life look like?
The ideal dream is, like you, to be able to buy my own property, but with enough room to be able to rescue a few more animals. So expanding my family the furry way. So I would love to get my pony a field friend, maybe one that was a little bit bigger, especially if he looked like her. Every time I see one that looks like her, I'm like, oh my God, if only. I'd love to have a little bit more. I would definitely reduce my hours because of the fact that I do want to do this for my animals, for my family. I would be helping my parents out because my dad had a collision with a drunk driver about 14 years ago when he was just at the end of his taxi shift, and he dropped his passengers off, thankfully, otherwise they wouldn't be here now. And an 18-year-old drunk driver drove straight into him head on at the Nottingham Night Roundabout in Nottingham, just coming off that roundabout. So unfortunately, because of that, they obviously don't work. My mum is his carer. And when you don't play the system, it is so hard to literally get by and be able to pay all your bills. And they thankfully own their place. But to be able to help them would be amazing. If I could get a house that had a little annex next to it, I would have the annex. I don't need a lot of room. I'd give them the house and we could all just live next to each other. Like that would be amazing. So then if they need me, I'm there. Then they can also help with the pet sitting duties as well. And we all love cats. We all love dogs. I could then rescue some chickens. You know, you get those chickens that unfortunately they've reached the end of laying, and then they obviously go to the inevitable. I would want to rescue some of them and just have them happily living the rest of their days. And it would literally be a mini sanctuary. That's what I want. That is my dream.
I love that. Well, I don't live that far away, so I'll definitely be visiting. I think that's such
Oh,
a fabulous,
definitely.
I think that's such a fabulous dream. Okay, so the last question I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you. You have got in your shop over 500 products. You've got skincare, makeup, nutrition, essentials like deodorant, toothpaste, shampoo, sun cream, body care. Tell me, what is your favorite product?
Out the ones I've tried, I would definitely say, although the taste takes a while, the detox, the 7 day detox, it was just incredible. The way by the time I'd finished the 7 days, I really enjoyed even the taste of it because I put fizz sticks in. So putting fizz sticks in just changed the taste completely. It made sure I was drinking 2 liters of water plus a day, which I really do lax on when I'm not drinking that. Because again, it's either fizz sticks or it's coffee. It's not very often I drink just water. So being able to put the detox to it, it gave me a little routine. I was making sure I was drinking it. I felt amazing through it. I lost weight through it, which is what my goal was anyway, because I do want to get back on my little pony. And so I do have to lose a little bit to be able to get back on her. So that she doesn't splay her legs as I get on. So the detox is just the best. And then, oh my gosh, the blackberry caffeine free sticks. They are just amazing. Out the fizz sticks I've tried, definitely the blackberry and the watermelon. They
Yeah.
are by far the best. I am begrudgingly giving out free samples at the minute. As I'm handing them over, I'm like, I need to order more watermelon. I need to order more.
Because I don't like the watermelon ones. I'm all about the
Oh, I
citrus fizz
love them.
sticks or the orange or the apricot, but the watermelon, not a fan.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. I'm not a fan of the others. I like the strawberry, they're nice. But pineapple I'm not a fan of. But
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of pineapple really. But the blackberry is my absolute favorite. If I have a liter of water, I double up. I have 2 fizz sticks and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's just gone dead quick.
Oh, I love it. I love, love, love. Right. Okay. So we're going to do a little giveaway before we
Yeah,
disappear. So the giveaway is someone is going to win a full-sized Arbonne product from our shop. All you have to do to enter is give this video a like and a comment. So if you know Carina, let us know how you know her. If not, let us know what your favorite part of this video was. And what you're going to do, Carina, is put everybody's name into like a hat, aren't you? Give everyone a
yeah.
few days. And then next week, we're going to do a little video and pull out a random name, and you are going to win a full-sized Arbonne product just to celebrate this launch of Carina's business. So if you've got any questions, if you're interested in buying any products, speak to Carina, because she'll be able to have a discussion with you about the products that are in her shop. If she doesn't know, she can ask me, or there's a whole team of us. We've got a WhatsApp that runs 24/7. We've got a Facebook group for support. So if she doesn't know, somebody definitely will. So just reach out to her, let her know, I've been thinking about some toxic-free sun cream or some vegan protein or the fizz sticks or anything like that. Everything from our shop has a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't fall in love within 3 months with the product you've purchased, even if it's all used, you get a full refund, no questions asked, which I think is amazing. So any final thought, anything final to say?
No, that is absolutely everything. I'm really excited to get this going forward, get it sorted, get where I am able to just dial down a little bit, focus on my community classes, focus on my boys and my cats, just putting that out there. And my mum always says to me, be careful how you say that. So focusing on my cats and my pony and literally just being able to live and not just work. Because they say you're meant to work to live, but not to the extent I do. So they say you shouldn't be living to work. And sometimes I feel like that's how it ends up, which is possibly when I then come home stressed and then Dixon's stressed. And then, of course, he relapses. So I am doing this for him and Socks and Tia and Amber. So, and then the family as well, for not forgetting the human family. Everyone who knows me will understand why the animals were first in those sentences. But yeah, it's all for them. So yeah, fingers crossed we can literally hit this off and get it going, which will be great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. And
Bye.
Dixon says, please get it done. Don't you, Dixon? Please buy stuff. Thank you so much.
Bye all.